I'm carrying bug spray with me for the very first time this season, believe it or not. Now, I sprayed my clothes with permethrin before I started hunting in Mississippi, but I haven't had to use any bug repellent for like mosquitoes or anything, and I haven't had any problem with ticks this year. I think I found one tick attached to me all season, and maybe a couple crawling on me, but otherwise it's been pretty good. But the mosquitoes here in Michigan are horrible. This is my first day here in Michigan. It's June 1st, latest I've ever hunted. Could potentially be my last day of hunting for the 2020 season. And I'm gonna have to stop here in a minute and put some bug spray on because they're getting bad. This area I picked, I'm not gonna go into a whole lot of detail about it. Basically, it's just a big tract of land. There's a creek I'm headed to about a mile in. Habitat looks good for turkey. A lot of mixed hardwoods, some openings, a few conifers. Just a great looking spot. We're gonna head back here and make some calls, just looking for turkey sign, trying to locate a bird. And I'm gonna stop here a minute and I'm gonna put some bug spray on because they're biting me in groups of 10. And as soon as I get settled in with some bug spray, then I'll start making some calls. Still so oily. I'm not gonna take it out. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. This stuff's all over me now. Yeah, that's terrible. Terrible. That's terrible. That seemed to run them off real quick though. They didn't like that. How much DEET's in there? 98% DEET. Great. That tastes bad. Drumming. I was just turning my camera on because it looks like scratching up here in the road. I thought I heard a drum. Look what they've done here. And scratch all through here. There's a whole field right here. Might not be a bad idea to just stand over there in case something gobbles nearby. Just so I'm ready. I think that noise I heard is not drumming from a turkey. It sounds like it might be man-made. I just heard it again a little bit ago. It's more of a thump off in the distance. Maybe a car stereo or something. But I'm getting close to the little creek bottom here. The elevation drops about somewhere between 60 and 80 feet. It looks like about 80 feet, but it's steeper in some areas and more of a general slope in others. But I'm gonna try to walk along just the edge of it, call it into the bottoms, and then call it up top also. We'll just give us a couple more minutes. I'll hit a call real quick. I'll see or hear anything soon, and I'm gonna start moving again. all the way back there, all through here, all through here, through here, all through here, right here, all the way through there. Just tons of turkey scratching. Lots of acorns here, and they must be looking for probably acorns from this past fall. But it's good to see all the scratching. Means there's something back here. Maybe a hen. Hopefully there's a gobbler too. But there's turkeys back here. I got these 2 trees I could set up on, potentially, but I don't want to crest this hill yet. I want to make a call just in case something's right up here on this flat. If it's farther off, then I can move up and set on any tree I'd like, I guess. Moving on. A little update. This morning I walked around and called, kind of running and gunning, walking and calling, and basically scouting also. Never heard or saw a turkey today, but I found plenty of tracks and plenty of scratching in the woods and the leaves. All the tracks were hen tracks. I've yet to hear a gobble or find gobbler tracks. And most of the day I spent, if I wasn't walking, I was riding around getting a feel for the lay of the land and checking out some other spots that on the map looked promising. I came to this spot earlier today and I found a bunch of scratching in the woods. And I figure if there's turkeys here, they're probably roosting somewhere in the area. Out in front of me, I mean, we've got some mature trees here, but out in front of me, you can see on Onyx that it looks, there's a definite transition line from what looks like mature trees to maybe where they clear cut it 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And I can kind of see through here, it looks like some smaller trees off in the distance there. So likely not gonna hear any gobbling that way. Could hear some this way behind me, and over here at this transition, that's mature trees off in that direction. We just entered official sunset, so I'm gonna give it a few minutes and hit my owl hooter, and if nothing gobbles that, I'll hit my coyote howl. There is another spot I have down here, down the road a little ways. It's nothing but mature trees in that area, and I found it's a nice little high spot I can get up there, and been finding turkey tracks on the dirt roads because the roads are real sandy. And so you can ride around real slow and just look out your window and spot tracks. And I've been dropping pins everywhere I see tracks. This is I don't know how big this section is, but it's, the dirt roads are like a grid out here. And in this block, it seems to be the most sign I've found all day. All my riding around, all my walking, I found scratching and tracks crossing the road into this block. So, there's definitely turkeys here. I just got to find a bird that wants to gobble, or I just got to find a gobbler. I'm sure they're in here. If there's hens, there's got to be gobblers. But this is June 1st. They've had over a month of hunting, I guess it's been. Started in April, I think, mid-April. I'm not exactly sure, but it's been at least a month of hunting. Well, I messed that roll up. My mouth call got in the way. Let's hit a coyote howl, and then nothing gobbles that, we'll boogie down the road. I don't know where, but I just heard a gobble. Back that way. Got one gobbling back over that way. I got to check the map, but let's give him a gobble again to pinpoint him. We're here. Is that public? Yep, that's public. One that way. Straight that way. Finally got some birds to gobble today. And it was that last light. I'm gonna say it was 7 minutes ago. That would put it at 9:45. It's 30 minutes, roughly 30 minutes after official sunset. I got 2 birds to gobble. I've been running around. I started at that first spot, waited for, about 5 minutes after sunset, official sunset. Nothing there, went down the road, another spot, nothing there. Went to a 3rd spot, coyote howled and owl hooted, nothing there. Went to a 4th spot on the way to this spot. I saw this spot and I'm like, I need to hit that. But I saw a nice looking spot on the way here. Just stopped a moment to hoot and howl and nothing. So I made a mad dash here, and I wasn't even expecting to see or hear anything because it's just so dark. But I heard a faint gobble after my first, I can't even remember what I did first, owl hoot or coyote howl. I heard a faint gobble. I got the camera on and repositioned. That kills time when you're trying to film this stuff. That's killing valuable time, but I wanted to try and document it. The second time I did it, I had one gobble here. And at first I was like, well, that couldn't have been the one I heard the first time. It sounded too faint the first time. Well, I did it again and he gobbled and that one gobbled. So I knew I was working with 2 birds. So I feel much better about tomorrow morning's prospects. I don't think he's too deep in the woods with all this leaf coverage. He sounded pretty close. So he's probably only 100 yards in the woods directly in front of me here. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning. I got some thinking to do tonight. I pretty much know my strategy, but anytime you got a bird rooster, you're gonna think about it and overthink about it. But I'll try and get some rest, and we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. All right, it's 4:42 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:10, so I got plenty of time. I wanted to get in here early so I could sneak through the woods. This one will have about a 15-20 mile per hour breeze, which is I was expecting, but it's also nice because it'll allow me to get close to this bird without making too much noise in the dark. But on the other side, I don't like a lot of wind. It's hard to hear. Y'all can't see Jack. Y'all can see me with that night vision, infrared, whatever you call it. I got to get my eyes adjusted. Had the viewfinder on. I I had the viewfinder on to turn on the night vision, so my eyes are still getting a little adjusted. I hope these weeds aren't too thick. We'll have problems. I can't see. I guess once I get away from the road, it'll get a little more open, but it's dark here. Oops. Excuse me, buddy. I think I got in here pretty quietly. My only concern is I may have gotten too close to the bird. I kind of just walked what I thought was a straight line through the woods and ended up veering a little bit to the left, and by my estimates where I think he might be and where I'm at puts me about 60 yards away from the pins I dropped my eggs. I'm hoping he's a little bit farther away than that, but got some fairly open stuff right here to my left, and right out here in front of me is pretty thick. I'm gonna sit down against this big tree and wait for that first gobble and make an adjustment if necessary. I'm not sure I'm far enough in. I don't want to get too big, too thick of stuff because I'm right here on a transition line that I can see on the map. But anyway, I'm gonna sit down against this tree and just wait for it to get light and try to get that first gobble. Gobble just over here. You gotta be kidding me. What's that? He just went flying. I'm not believing that. I heard him pitch out, and he glided right by me and turned and went out towards that. I guess, I don't know if it's a field or what's over there. And I was like, well, maybe it was a hen that flew out. Although it did look like a big gobbler. So I called some more, and then he gobbled. He's out there. I thought this was gonna work out. It's nice and kind of open right here. Figured he'd pitch down and walk right up through here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he was roosted just about where I thought he would be. Maybe about another 40 yards in. He was about, I don't know, 80 or 90 yards away. He's pretty close. Now he's on private. One thing I can help to do is call him back across the road. Or walk down and cross into public. See if I can get him over there. Or is that other bird across the road? The joker's sneaky. What did he do? Fly down and then run back in, or what was going on? And how did he let me do all this extra movement? Nonetheless, I got him. Oh, that was messed up. Messed up on my part for jumping the gun and thinking, okay, this bird flew away, but I heard that bird gobble across there. I'm confused. I just heard the other bird gobble out here. So that makes sense now. I thought it was the one I was after. I'm sitting right there against that tree, got some back cover. Probably not gonna be the greatest video. I just wanted to get the camera turned onto him and get the kill shot. Got a nice fat beard on him. Head's plastered. Well, how about that? Got me a Michigan bird. That is awesome. I didn't wrote this hunt off as being over with. I was gonna have to get on the move when he pitched that way. And then I called and got that other bird to gobble. And that's what it was, the other bird that I roosted last night. And this one here just come walking into the woods. I'm talking to the camera and I look up and there's a gobbler standing there at, what is this, 25 yards? And why he let me sit there and talk and then move the camera, I have no idea. Man, that is awesome. A beautiful eastern wild turkey here in Michigan. I about messed that up real bad, real bad. That bird's hammered. So I got in here and owl hooted, walked in here in the dark and just kind of sat down and guessed the spot where he was at and where I wanted to be, and I actually got what I thought was closer than I wanted to be, but it actually was perfect. He's back here about 80 or 90 yards from me. And he was hammering at my calls, and I was like, this bird's gonna fly down and come right to me. Well, he pitches out of the tree and he soars that way. So I'm like, what in the world? Made some calls, got him gobble. What I thought was him out in the private. I think what he did is he landed on the gravel road out there and then walked back into the woods. And I'm sitting here thinking about my next move and talking to you guys, and I look up and there's a freaking gobbler standing in front of me at 25 yards. He stayed there long enough for me to turn the camera and get it on him. And then he started putting a little bit, got nervous, and I was able to get the gun up and shoot him. Now this bird is gobbling. I'm gonna sit down and just listen real quietly and see what happens, and then wait for some more daylight here to get some pictures. But that is crazy. That's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. That bird might be coming. I gotta move. I gotta get back to my setup. I'll go over here and tag this bird over next to the tree. He's right over here. He's looking for his buddy. His buddy's not around anymore. Well, he's right here. I wonder if he'll come into the woods. This basically, well, it doesn't basically, it does end my 2020 season. It's been a great season. I've had a lot of fun, a lot of fun with the folks I've hunted with. If I hunted with you this season, thanks for letting me tag along. It was a lot of fun. By the time you're watching this video, the 2021 season will be starting soon for me. So I hope you guys will stick around for that.